What is going on, everybody? It's Wednesday, right? Wednesday?
Yeah.
I think so. Yes. Wednesday. We have made it to 5 o'clock. Day is almost over for actually some, and it also is over for actually some actually others here. Got my main man, Joe, here with me. What is up, man?
Nothing much, dude. Feeling really good. Yesterday was whew, needed that. Needed that, man. Feels real
Yeah,
good.
if you want to, I'm gonna send this, get this shared around. If you want to do like a little recap, man, I feel like we won basically everything.
We did. Uh Let me jump in. On my card, I was up 3.27 units. The only play that I missed was Detroit on the first half money line baseball. But we murdered the Warriors team total. They made that get a little sweaty in the end. Steph Curry had like 13 points, like other in the fourth quarter, so he made that real easy. We gave out Atlanta. I'm sorry, Orlando -6. That hit with ease. Atlanta did make it a respectable game, but it was just too much to overcome. Orlando's defense showed you that it was the key difference in that game. Um, and Paulo and the boys, just like we said, the game got close. They took over, and then Cole Anthony just he went on a
Yeah.
whole nother level. Like he popped the sensu bean or something like that on the sideline. He took off. The parlay of the day plus 400. I don't know if I've ever had a more sweat free plus 400 play cash. We had the over in the San Francisco Phillies game. That
Yep.
cash in like the seventh inning. It was close to cashing in the fifth and the sixth, but they again had the teasers. We had Paulo assist over 4.5. He had like three in the first quarter. Like then we had Jimmy Butler over 21 and a half points. He had 21 at halftime. So literally the most sweat free parlay plus 400 you're gonna see. Then I also had a personal baseball parlay because I'm still dipping my feet in the baseball. I had the Diamondbacks and the Astros on the money line for plus 192. That cash too. So very good day yesterday.
Got it. Yes, very good day. Um,
I put the Warriors in a parlay on my personal plays. I didn't count it though.
and you know what? I was surprised. I mean, like we like talked about it, and I thought that they
Yeah.
were going to be a favorite, but I honestly didn't think they were going to be -200 favorites. So,
To the
um,
Rockets?
yeah, yeah. Like I was, I
Hey,
mean, like I said, like
if
I like
if
definitely thought favorite, but
if if we're gonna be serious, right? I know this isn't popular, but the Rockets are a very deep and young team, right?
just
And they definitely by far have the better coaching advantage. I could see this going to 6 games. I
oh yeah,
would look at the over in that because Golden State, Jimmy and Steph, they can't keep carrying the load like they did yesterday. Like that's insane what they did. But
well, I was
yeah,
about to say,
playoff Jimmy is back.
and actually, like they had to like do that too.
Yeah, because
Like
Podzinski, he had 3 points all game. It was
yeah,
like, yo, you were like the next man up. What happened to you? Draymond couldn't buy a basket, and he started having more fouls than points again. Like, let's see, Moody, he showed a lot though. Moody looking like he's ready for this moment. But I mean, they don't have enough rotational pieces. And then Curry's thumb, it's super taped up now, but like over time, there's only so much you can do, and it's on his shooting hand.
yeah,
So, God damn, um, that just shows you how good Steph Curry really is, dude. Like he,
exactly.
I don't know how he's doing it. Like he has to be taking pain injections or Tylenol 7s or something. But shit, Jimmy went completely off. Like, and I was so happy that I bought into that. So,
And you know what? I want to I want to take that right there and then transition right into this Heat versus Bulls game. We got the Heat are playing the Bulls tonight. The Bulls line is going up, man. The line is up to -2 at actually most books now. Total of 220. Speaking of Jimmy, like, the Heat, they, playoff Jimmy, they're actually used to having him.
yeah.
And like that's what has obviously helped them.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, this year now they clearly do not have him. And I just don't think that they have that guy. Like I don't think like actually when it comes down to actually crunch time and you need somebody, I just don't think they have that guy. And like tonight, as much as I when we first started talking about these games, like I was thinking Heat. I was like, all right, yeah, Heat. But then the more I looked into it, I was like, damn, like, nah, like I don't like think I can back them. And then the Bulls here, like the money's been coming on them, and they're like, I mean, the Bulls are like as basically as public of an actual side
That's
as
exactly.
as you can possibly get. Man, like I said, the more I've dug into this, I mean, I think this is like I could see either team here. Like I like truly think that this is actually like a coin flip game.
So, yeah, definitely. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like when you look at the play-in tournament, right? The home team has the advantage. Since the playoff tournament, the play-in tournament has been around, 71% of the time it's the home team that wins. So then you got all this money on the Bulls as well. I hate taking public plays because in my mind there's no value, and Vegas is Vegas for a reason, right? Because majority of people don't win. So if majority of people don't win and all this money is on the Bulls, it's like, yeah, no, that's a stay away from me. Miami has been one of the better road teams in the NBA. They were 24-14 against the spread in their last couple games. Both of these teams are 6-3-1 and 6-4 is the same thing in my mind, as far as like ATS. So these teams are very evenly matched. I think the Miami Heat definitely with Riley and Spoelstra have the coaching advantage. That's not even close. But like you said, man, when you don't have that guy, like there's so many things that Jimmy does. Like take away the 38 points that he contributed, right? And add in the fact that he had a ton of assists. Like he makes everyone's job easy. If you watch the game, Jimmy knows how to read the defense. And here's the thing, he's the primary facilitator. He doesn't have as many. Yes, he had a few turnovers yesterday, but that's because his minutes were up. His usage was up. But he doesn't have as many careless turnovers, right? I was listening to the game yesterday, and they said that the free throw percentage, the Warriors pre Jimmy Butler were like third to last in the league. Now they're top 5 in the NBA. Like
Wow.
there are other things that he contributes to this team that you can clearly say, okay, pre Jimmy, you guys were making turnovers, you weren't hitting free throws. Post Jimmy, you've won like 17 out of 21. You're hitting all your free throws. They're generating offense off of turnovers. So it's not like you have to play half court offense all the time now, which is what they were doing before he got there. Now it's okay, I can get a steal and then a quick bucket in transition, right? And like I said, all of those little things, they add up, and the name playoff gets added in front of Jimmy for those reasons. And when you take that away from a team, look at what the Miami Heat are doing. Like, they got Andrew Wiggins, and everybody thought, okay, well, this is probably the best you're going to get for Jimmy because he's a locker room cancer. So, like, Andrew Wiggins is a decent player. But guess what? He's barely been there because he's been injured. So, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And actually, Aiden, yeah. That's
Very
great.
good. Very
Yep.
good fact.
Yeah.
Because he wants to win. He and Draymond come from a win first mentality, and we'll figure everything else out later.
Exactly. We've got Josh in the chat too. What's going on, man? Yes, definitely a hell of a night last night. And going forward, y'all will be seeing Josh a little bit more. Josh is going to start joining us on some more shows. So yeah, definitely be tuning in for that. Man, as far as this game, I have no place. I'm completely staying off.
I got props.
Do you have anything? Okay.
Yeah. So hear me out. I know this is gonna sound crazy, right? But I'm liking Josh Giddey over 37.5 PRA.
Okay.
Damn high PRA, right? But when I look at his last 5, he's averaged 42.2. He is literally a walking triple double.
I'm actually about to pull up his actual line
He's
just to see what it is.
It has to be insane. It has to be juiced at this point. Like, let me see if I
You can get it. You can get him. There's a wide range here, guys. And actually, DraftKings for actually like a triple double is plus 160, but then at Bet 365, you can actually get plus 265.
It's insane. It's insane.
And actually, FanDuel is actually plus 195. At BetMGM is plus 230. So this is everywhere. So that's a big number, man.
Dude, he has a triple double in 4 out of his last 10 games. Right? That's a lot. And then when you filter it at home, he has 1 in 3 out of his last 5. So he's definitely a Holmes rim guy. But back to the PRA. So the PRA I like because the last 2 times against Miami, which was in 2025, like 2 games less than a month ago, right? Or 6 weeks and a week ago. He had 48 in that one and 55 in the most recent PRAs. This dude's double-double has to be juiced to the high heavens because he's just a PRA guy. He's a PRA machine right now. And I'm gonna ride that wave. He's hit this line in 5 out of his last He's hit this line in 3 out of his last 5. So, and his PRA totals were 33, 36, 46, 41, 55. And the 55 was against Miami. And I mean, yes, you're gonna make adjustments, but that's 18 PRA stats of a discount at 37.5. So yeah, I'm riding that one.
I'm gonna play his triple double at plus 265.
Oh.
I am gonna have something on that, guys. If you want to, the best line on there is definitely Bet 365. So if you're able to bet there, that is the best price by far.
So I like that one. I like the other PRA I like in this one is on the Heat side. It is going to be Davion Mitchell for over 18.5 PRAs. The reason being is that this is the perfect matchup for him. The Bulls give up 28th most points in the NBA to the point guard. And then they're 30th. They're giving up the most PRAs in the league to the point guard. Davion Mitchell is a point guard. He's also been balling out lately. You know, I'm all about what have you done for me lately? And last week when he played the Bulls, he had 28. And he actually scores against the Bulls. He can hit his PRA line with just rebounds and assists. That guy is that much of a willing to get his hands dirty, and he reminds me of a Draymond Green, but a little bit better of a scorer. So that's the second one. And
Okay.
my third one for this game and last one that I'm gonna give out is this is a play small, but Bam Adebayo over 1.5 3-pointers made. He's hit this game. He's hit that line in 8 out of his last 10 games. The Bulls give up the most points to the center position. So, and when you look at Vooch, he's not your traditional center. He's not going to be in the three. He's not going to be in the paint. And I think they're going to stretch on both sides of the ball. The Bulls do have one of the fastest pace in the NBA. So I'm looking at this game where, some people are going to be wide open just because shit is going to be a 4-on-5 at some point. So I'm looking at Bam at plus 159 for 2 3-pointers made, but that is 0.25 units. So it's a lot smaller.
Got it. I like those. And yeah, like I said, I am going to kind of tell you, but kind of in just a little different way there.
Okay.
Yeah, give me his triple double. I mean, that there is worth actually like a small play. I mean,
yeah.
And
Yeah.
actually, like that price, I was just not expecting to like get that price. So, yeah, I definitely have to put a little bit there. But yeah, let's go on over to the other game, guys. We got the Mavs at the Kings. Kings laying 5. Total's down to 213, guys. You can actually get 213 flat and actually some in some spots now. I will let Joe talk more on the side here, because on the side I really don't have like anything. I mean, Kings is just kind of like how I would definitely like lean to. But this total, guys, I truly like.
It's too low.
Do not understand. Like I've looked at this at so many different ways, and I cannot figure it out. And I don't know why. I mean, this total opened at what 221 or 221 and a half. And just has been continually bet down. And I just don't get it. As far as defense, I actually like don't trust either actually one of these teams. The Mavs, especially their like 3-point defense, I don't trust that a single lick. Man, I'm like
it's blind trend betters. That has to be. That's the only thing that I found that makes sense. Both of these teams are 3-7 to the total, far as like it going under.
all right, your last 10.
Yeah, last 10, both teams are 3-7. So they have 3 overs and 7 unders out of their last 10. That has to be the reason. And people are blindly betting it. And they keep betting it because the number keeps going down. And I'm like, hell no. I already slammed the Kings team total over 109 because in my mind, they just wanted more, right? I'm not willing to back the Kings on a money line, but I will take their team total because Dallas does not play defense, and the Kings have been scoring. And then when you look at matchups, just all the way across the board, you look at box scores and players versus positions, Sabonis dominates AD every time they match up. I don't know what it is, but Sabonis lives rent-free inside of AD's head. I think Sabonis has won the last 10 matchups head-to-head. So doesn't matter if he's on the Lakers, the Mavericks, or whatever. Sabonis usually dominates. He goes crazy against AD. I don't know what that is about, but I love that. If you're going to give me a matchup advantage at the big man, right? Malik Monk is out, so Keegan Murray has been scoring a lot more in his absence. Let's see. Then you got players that used to play together on the Bulls in DeRozan and Levine. Either one of those two could go off. Both of those are very efficient mid-range killers, and Dallas just does not play defense. Yes, they get Daniel Gafford back today, but Daniel Gafford at 100% is not a solid defender in my mind. And he's only like 70% at most because he's still hobbling when you watch him. AD is not 100%, so you can miss me with that too. In my mind, Spencer Dinwiddie just has to go off for this game to be respectable. I think the Kings win easily, but I think the team total is the much safer option in this one because it's way too low.
I mean, these two teams in actually 2025 have actually played twice. Okay.
Yeah.
And now I know that
Over
these are not the same like starting five. Like I understand that, okay? But listen to these totals. Listen to where these where the books had these totals at. 232 and 240.
Yeah.
Okay? We're down to 213 now.
Yep.
That's a big difference. That's a really big difference. And I mean, don't even worry about the Mavs. If you're just looking at the Kings have actually put up in those two games 122 points and actually then 129 points. Man,
you're getting a discount on the Kings because when they played Phoenix, they only had 109, right? Phoenix finally played defense one game. But in my mind, if you watch that game, the Kings took their foot off the gas because I want to say the benches were cleared, but that game wasn't close. Like the box score looks close, but it was not. And then they only scored 100 to the Clippers. So it's like that has to be why you're getting a discount. They dropped 120 on Cleveland. And are we really going to say that Cleveland's defense is worse than – and they did that in Cleveland, by the way. They dropped 120 in Cleveland against Cleveland, and they dropped 127 on Detroit. Both of those two's defenses are way better than the Mavericks defense. And you're saying that they can't get 110? Yeah, I'm not buying it. I personally think this game ends more close like the last one did, being that the Kings have like maybe 121 to 106 or something like that. Like, this is soaring over the total in my mind. So,
yeah, and Josh, as far as your comment here, man, yeah, because I I've messed around with numbers all day long, and the lowest that I could make this extra total was 223. That is the lowest number that I could like come up with,
right.
Based, and I just don't get it. So yes, I am on the over. I am clearly.
Yeah. To hit for it to go under. Think of all the things that have to go wrong, right? You have to have a slow start. You have to have no fast pace at any point in this game. Like, but that's literally saying one of these teams aren't going to score 100. Neither of these teams have lights out defense. Like the Kings,
nowhere close.
We will outscore you. Like, and the Mavs can't stop anybody. One, their players play way too damn many minutes because they don't have enough players in the rotation because of injury. So, like, if you know that going in, you're going to see maybe 7 or 8 guys. Like, at most 9, a player we've never heard of, just to give somebody a break for like 3 or 4 minutes. Like, come on, man. This is going to be a short rotation. They're not going to run up and down the court, and the Kings are going to have a ton of wide open layups. Like, that's what this is going to be.
Yeah, that's yeah. I really don't have much else to actually say here. This is my favorite play of the day by far. Do you have any actual like props here?
I do. My favorite prop in this one is Spencer Dinwiddie over 5.5 assists for -124. Reason being, he's hit this in 3 of his last 5. He does have AD on the court today, and when AD is on the court, his stats just shoot through the sky, like through the sky. He does throw very nice lobs to AD, and AD finishes well at the rim. So for them to have any hope in keeping this score respectable, Spencer Dinwiddie is going to have at least 6 or 7 assists. Easy.
I like that. And actually, like, to bring up this like comment here, spread. Right, exactly right. And actually, and I actually remember when this Kings actually lineup came actually together like this. I came on this show and even said I'm looking to play their overs because this lineup is more focused on offense. They're actually not a defensive, starting five. And so this isn't new. Like I've like been saying this. So yeah, guys, that's right.
So more numbers on the Dinwiddie. He's hit this in 7 of his last 10 games. But also when he has Anthony Davis, he's hit this in 4 out of his last 5. He's averaged 8.5 assists. Then to make matters worse, the Kings give up the 21st most assists allowed to the point guard. So that's my little nerd wallet, if you guys say so.
I like that. And I'm tweeting something out here really quick. Do you have anything else to actually say on these?
No, like so the Kings, we've already talked about it. They need this game a lot more than Dallas does because in my mind, Dallas should not want to win because that would make them move up higher in the NBA draft, I guess. Dallas is not a good traveling team. They're 17-25 for as a away record. The Kings are right at 500 at home. But like I said, that play-in stat is something to consider. I'm not willing to lay 5.5 for a team where 2 of the starters will not play defense. They came from the Bulls, and the Bulls preached pace, not defense. So I can't back them that way, but I can back them to score the ball because that is what they're good at. So.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. If you have any questions, definitely drop them in the chat. But right now, you know what's coming. We're going to go ahead and hit the play of the day first. And I think we know what that's going to be here.
Going up.
Yeah. Gonna go with the Mavs and Kings over 213. Yeah. I have like nothing else that comes close to this play, so
yeah.
That is definitely how I'm rolling here. So yeah, there's only one thing left to do, man. Yesterday, coming off a legit sweat-free plus 400 parlay of the day. So today we need to get into our parlay of the day. I haven't really given this much thought yet.
Hey, let's ask the chat if they got to play. Josh, J-Bo,
yeah,
one of y'all play.
Spread, Josh. Do either one of y'all have a play to actually put in the parlay?
I got my piece.
Okay, I actually do have mine.
But yeah.
Mine is going to be, I'm going right back to it, guys. Giants and the Phillies over 7.5 runs. Yeah, we're going to run it right back here.
Let's can you pull up the Josh Giddey over 37.5 PRA and the Spencer Dinwiddie over 5.5 assists? And whichever is less juice, Hopefully it's Josh Giddey because that is my favorite. You know what? F that. Just run with Josh Giddey. But I like Spencer Dinwiddie a lot as well. Make it 8.5 to add juice. For who's 8.5? Spencer?
Are you like talking about the like total in the baseball game?
Oh yeah, that might be what it is. Because it's right now it's 7.5.
Yeah, as far as like 8.5 is actually like what I have the line at. So I'm not. Yeah, I'm not really trying to take that alt. Because baseball is a little bit different when it comes to alt lines compared to like a points prop or something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that one there. We can get you over 37.5 at -120 or over 38.5 at +102.
Shit. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. Let me do the -120. Are we doing 3 legs? Because if we're doing 3 legs, do the -120. Well, just do the -120. It looks not complicated. Because I'm about hitting these throughout the week, consistently.
Well, actually, yeah, and the good thing is with how big of the one that we had
Yesterday
for the week, actually, like we're actually good. Actually, like we're already up like for the week.
Yeah.
So actually, like that's what's cool there. That gets if we want to just do those two, that actually gets us a +236. Looks like Spread's dropping some special plays here in the chat. He likes Wiggins over 7.5 rebounds plus assists.
Wiggins isn't healthy though. That's my only concern about him.
Yeah, I am concerned about him.
Oh, Josh is on Bulls money line. That's public. We can do 2 and bump Josh Giddey up to plus, what was it? Plus 102?
Yeah.
Would they get us? Like 270?
Let me take him out there. Go.
Let me see. Who did D-backs play? I didn't even look at baseball today.
That was the Marlins. I actually think there's a lot of runs scored on actually both sides there. You nailed it on the head. That would actually give us a +270.
Bro, I'm telling you, I parlay a lot of shit. Let's run it, man.
Yeah. Let's just run that one.
I think Josh get us there.
Josh, I'm running the public bus. So. Yeah, man, I understand it. Yeah, guys. All right. The parlay of the day is gonna be the Phillies and Giants over 7.5 runs. Then Josh Giddey over 38.5 points, rebounds plus assists. That will get you a +270. So yeah, let's see if we can back up yesterday's win.
Just for shits and giggles, can we add the player of the day to that too? See what it gets me. And if you did that yesterday, you're up a lot. That's what I did. So +270 plus, what is that? -115 would get you 420.
+595.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that. I'm a degenerate. You guys do what you want to do. We build the parlay to be more consistent. But I'm definitely adding that to this.
So yeah, if you do take the parlay of the day, which is these two, and then you add in our play of the day, you will get a +595. Do play those separate. If you actually do parlay them as that's a second little,
small 0.5, like coffee. Coffee into a gas tank. That's what I call it.
Right. There you go. There you go. Well, yeah. Yeah, man. For me, that is going to be it.
That's it for
Do you
me.
have anything else?
Nah.
Tomorrow, we don't have any basketball tomorrow, right?
No, I think it's not till Friday.
Friday.
Let me see.
And it's getaway day in baseball.
Yeah, it's TBD because whoever plays to whoever the winners are today, right?
Is gonna play Friday.
Memphis or Atlanta. Ooh, I'd hate to play Memphis.
You know what, guys? And it's actually getaway day and actually baseball tomorrow also. There's a lot of daytime games. There's not much tomorrow night. So looking at it, I actually think that we're actually going to take tomorrow off, guys. Just because there's not as much, there's not going to be hardly anything for us to actually talk about. So we will be back Friday. We will have 2 shows Friday. We'll have the noon show, and then also this show at 5:00. And that's actually going to end up being probably a pretty big show because we're going to go over all of the Saturday games, and then actually plus the actual Friday night game. So yeah, there's going to be a lot to go over in that show. So yeah, the Friday show is going to end up being a long one, and I believe we have Josh with us also. So yeah, there should be a really good show, guys. So once again, before we head out of here, play of the day is Mavs Kings over 213. Then our parlay of the day is going to be the Giants and Phillies over 7.5 runs, and then Josh Giddey over 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Get that at plus 270. If you want to throw them all 3 together, you can actually get that plus 595. Yeah, guys, appreciate everybody being here. Joe, take us out, man.
You either win with us or watch us win. Either way, let's fucking win, baby.
Let's fucking win. Later, guys.